Hi, today we're looking at the latest Yanomans ZL card protector overguard. Alright, so Yanoman is well known for the Z series sleeves, right, which are very hard and durable as compared to their normal sleeve protector. But the ZL series is slightly different. Instead of going for the very durable and hard, you actually make it softer and thinner. So each pack will come with 50 sleeves, which means if you're playing Vanguard, they'll be just nice for your main deck with no spares. But if you're playing for, let's say, Yu-Gi-Oh, you'll need 5 more sleeves for your extra deck. Right, so over here we have, this is a deck that's sleeved with the latest ZL series. Right, so it's actually just like your normal sleeves outer layer, while this here, right, uses the Overguard Z, the Z series, which make it very hard. Right, so just a simple comparison. You can see that the thickness is also different. For the Z series, I will strongly recommend getting at least a V2 deck case for 50 card sleeves. But if you have anything more than 50 cards, you will need to get the V3 version 3, which is the bigger one, or else you will not be able to fit in. Right, as for shuffling, the Z series usually have this issue where the cards here, the adhesive they use are actually very rough, which makes shuffling a bit not that smooth, you see. Yeah, it's not as smooth as compared to sleeving the normal decks. But for ZL, right, even though the edge is still rough, but it's actually a lot easier to shuffle, right? Even the size is just nice. And since we're at it, let's take a look at the size of the over sleeves. So according to the specs here is 64 by 91 mm. Right, that 1 mm makes a lot of difference. Right, so to have a small comparison, this is Bushiroad's mini sleeves. This is a Bushiroad mini sleeve here. This is from Konami, the new Konami sleeve, which is slightly bigger. This is Broccoli. This is a very old sleeve from Broccoli. And this is Bandai's Battle Spirits. Alright, even though they're all mini sleeves, it's actually very different, right? So when you put the sleeves side by side, you can actually see, like, can you see the 1 mm and the 5 mm at the side, 0.5 mm from the side. Even the Broccoli one, you see, it's actually smaller than the Vanguard one, slightly. And the Battle Spirits one, slightly wider. Alright, so this small little difference actually make a very big difference. So example, this is from the ZL. For Bushiroad sleeve, you can see that there's a gap at the side and at the bottom. Well, if I would use this for, let's say, Yu-Gi-Oh, right, first of all, it's very tight. Next, the gap is not as big. Alright, for Broccoli, you can see that it's very big as compared to Broccoli sleeves. And for Battle Spirits, Bandai Battle Spirits, yeah, you can see the difference. So when choosing sleeve, we will try to go for this kind of slightly bigger but not too big, because the bottom side will get damaged. But at the same time, you will not want a sleeve that is too tight like this, right? We should damage your sleeve and sometimes your cut. Right, that's for ZL. So over here we have another ZL. Sorry, this is Z. This is a Z sleeves with actually triple layer. Right, there's actually one more layer here like this, which makes the deck very very thick. Right, this is to protect the cards, and if you have like very expensive cards in the deck, this is one of the way to protect it. So if you were to put a triple layers into a deck box, it'd be just nice. So next, if you want to go for, let's say, a hard casing for the extra deck like this right deck, so for this instance, we actually use the new Broccoli card loader, the side loader. Right, so this is actually very small with outer layer. It fits just nice like this. Right, so you can actually fit inside the box. And for people that prefer harder outer layer like this is what we call the snap-on. Right, so there's actually a higher grade snap-on compared to the usual snap-on from let's say Ultra Pro or other brands. Right, so we actually have this from, I believe, from Kawashima, the super hard trading card sleeve with UV protection. Right, this is actually very very tough, but there's only like 3 per, yeah, Kawashima. So there's only like 3 per pack. So for right there, you will need additional packs for this. But this actually protects your card very well, and you actually can see that there's not a lot of scratches as compared to your normal snap. This actually comes from a lot of bling. This has been with me for more than a year. So that's for the mini snap. And side loader, which I recently got. And other sleeve we have will be, let's do a small little comparison. So this is ZL. Right, missing one card, let's put it back first. And on the other hand, we have this is from Bushiroad's the BSLC series, the one with the black label. I run out of it. This is only the matte series. Right, so it's actually, if you compare it, it's actually very very thin. The sleeves are very thin as compared to the ZL. Will depend on your preference, but if you ask me, I will go for the ZL at this moment because of the size. But the only issue will be with the adhesive here. Right, it's actually very very rough, while the Bushiroad one have very nice finishing, which make it very nice to shuffle. And if you were to compare both of them, the thickness is actually almost the same, just maybe 0.5 mm difference. This is slightly thicker. Right, but in terms of clean, this is actually very clean. I'm not sure how long will it last. This is actually pretty new. This is after 2 or 3 gameplay. And next will be the Broccoli one. So this is the Broccoli outer layer, small. They are actually very very high quality outer layer. The only issue will be the size. So example, if I were to use it for like Yu-Gi-Oh, can you see here? It's almost just nice fit, which is not very ideal sometimes. But other than that, for other games, this is actually one of the best outer layer out there in the market. The smoothness, the adhesive, and also after buying a few packs, I have not seen any outer layer with different sizing, because sometimes, right, no matter how good is the QC, I can buy, let's say 10 packs of sleeve here, and you will notice that some of them actually have longer cut or shorter cut, which make it possible for you to player to cheat, because you have 1 or 2 cuts that's actually slightly thin, shorter, and you can actually fill out the cut if you need. So I will recommend, most of the time I'll recommend using the broccoli one, which comes with 80 pieces. It's slightly more expensive, but the quality is there. Well, this is my new favorite. I will need to test play a lot more to see how good is it, how lasting is it. But as for the Z sleeve, right, it's durable. It's actually very durable, just that the issue will be with the shuffling. Because of this toughness, it's not as smooth as compared to me shuffling, let's say, sleeve from other brands like this. Right, there's a difference. So this is a simple introduction to the different outer layers and cut supplies. Right, so do check it out, the ZL Junior. This is actually surprisingly good as compared to the, I prefer ZL over the Z due to the ease of shuffling, and also the clean, how clean is it, the plastic. Right, so this is a simple introduction to some cut supplies, and do take note, alright, next time when you were to purchase any of the outer layer, do check if it actually fits your sleeve nicely. Make sure that it's slightly around 1 mm or 0.5 mm bigger than your sleeve. That will be the best way to protect it, instead of getting a sleeve that's perfectly fit, which will damage your cut and sleeve if you are not careful when sleeving your cuts. Alright, so that's all for this video. Right, see you again.